Welcome back to my channel, Working for Technologies. Ah, Today we're still on the series on PHP, and we've done from that series we've done the how to create connections with the database, how to insert into the database, how to get from the database, update and what delete. Now we want to use that knowledge that we've gained to build a to-do app, and today we'll be building a to-do app using PHP. So now let's get started. So how do we build a to-do app? Just like normal, what you want to do, first of all, you want to now start working with PHP. You first of all navigate to where we call the htdocs to create a folder, because I'm using exam. So what do? I come here, I go to my PC, I open my PC. From my PC, I open my C drive. From my C drive, I open my exam. And from my exam, now I go to my htdocs here, and in the htdocs I create a folder I want to use, that I want to work with. Then I come here, I say new folder, I create a folder, and let me call this folder my to-do. I call the folder what? My to-dos, and I want to say enter to save. Now I have created the folder my to-dos. I am through with this section. I close this. The next thing I do, I come to, this is my exam here. I open my exam. When I open the exam, I go and I create a database inside the exam. I create a database inside there. I can call the database whatever I want to call it. I can give it a name now. Inside my exam is now open. Then I start my Apache server like this, and I also start my SQL like this. These are the two things that I need to start and begin to work with. Once they are started, still trying to load. Once they are finished loading, I now go to the admin section of my SQL, and I click on the admin to open the database. I have done this. It will now open the database. Then I do this. Now once it is opened here, this is it here. Inside my database now, I now create what the database inside my PHP my admin. I create a database, and inside the database I create also a table. But first of all, let me create the database. It's coming up now. Here in the database, I come and I say new database, and here in the new database, let me give it what my database my to-dos to, and I say create. Now I have created a new database, and I want to create a table inside that database. Now here in the table, I do another thing. Let me create the table I say to-dos. I call the table to-dos, and it's going to have just two columns, that is the ID section and the one we call tax. Once I do that, I now say go. Now I have created. Now let me give it an ID. This is the ID here, integer, and the values, let's say 50. Then I come here, I click this one, which means automatic increment. Then I come here, then I now create my tax as another heading tax. I give it var, and I give it a varchar of 255. Once I do this, I save. Now I have saved. If I come here to browse, I can see that I have created my columns, tax, ID and tax. Now with this one, now I am through with this. Then I come and I open my VS Code, and I go. I now follow the route to look for the to-dos folder that I created. I come here, file, I go to add folder to workspace. Then here I come, I look for my PC here like this. Then I go to my C drive, I open my C drive, I look for my exam. This is it here, for my exam. Then I look for the htdocs here like this. Then inside my htdocs, I now going to call my folder, which is my to-do file that I created. I do this and I say add. So now it is yes, I do. Click on yes, then I come here. Yeah, this is my to-do file. It's an empty, sorry, my to-do folder is an empty folder. So the next thing I do, normally when you work with PHP, you first of all create your connection. So to create our connection, I come here, I create a file and I call connection. Connection, CONNECTIONS connection.php. I do this. Now I want to build it. First of all, I have to build my connection. And for me to build my connection, I have to create the PHP working environment. I do this and put our PHP. Then I do this. Now, this is a PHP working environment. Then I now create my connection. First, know how to create a connection. If you do not know how to create a connection, you can go to the series. The first lecture on this series taught us how to create connection. I see server. We create a variable dollar server name. I do equal to, and I say localhost. Localhost that's the localhost, and my semicolon. I do dollar username, and I say what root. Like I now say dollar password. My password by default is empty and I did not create any other password. I do like now say dollar DB name. Okay, and I do that. My DB name is here. Let me check my DB name again that I created. My DB name is my to-dos. I now say my to-dos. So I have done that now. I create another variable called cons, con, and also equals to my SQLI underscore connect underscore connect CONNECT underscore connect city, and I do this, and I now begin to call the variables that I have created. I say dollar server name, put a comma, dollar username, put a comma, dollar password, put a comma, and a dollar DB name, DB NA, I'm coming, NA here, dollar DB name, you put a semicolon, and do this. Then you now call your if statement. If you do this, if dollar com, and you put your curly braces, dollar com, say echo connected, I do it this way because I want to always show my viewers that I am connected, or maybe the connection failed. Else you do this, your curly braces, echo field, and I say save. Now let us go to our browser here and call the path. Say localhost. I do this localhost slash my to-do slash connection add.php. Now you can see disconnected. Disconnected. So now our first step has been achieved, creating the connection. Then the next step we'll do now, after we've created the connection, if we now go and let's say we create another file, go to add, and let's say add. You can call it any name. You can call your file any name. It's left to you. Add.php. Now in the add.php, what we are going to do there now, we are going to create a form that we wish to add into the database, and also create a table that will also retrieve from the database. So we are doing two things here now. So let's start. First thing first, we will be doing create our PHP environment. You do this, and you do this, then you do this, and you do this. Then now we include. I say include this say connection dot php. We do this, we include the connection dot php first of all, and we save, now. Now the next thing we do after we've done the connection dot php, we'll now want to now work with our HTML. So I come here and I do, remember how to create our boilerplate. Your hand on your shift key, then you press 1, then you remove your hand, you remove your hands, your fingers, then you press enter. Now we have created our boilerplate. Now once our boilerplate has been created, the next thing we do now, we'll now go ahead and let us create our form that we use to send data into our database. So I now call center. Say center. I do this. And I say center. From the center here, I now come and I give a div like this. I do this again. I do this div again like this. Then inside the div, I give a form like this. I give a form inside the form again. I now give another div. Then now I now begin to create in here now my name element. Let's say first one I give a h2, and inside the h2 I say h2 again. Inside the h2 I now say to do app. Say to do app like this. Inside the to do app now, I now call my input. I now say input, and I say type. I'm building my form like this. I say equal to, and do this, and do this again. Input type, I say text. Then I now say name. I do equal to again. I do this. Remember now, this name, I told you so that this name is very important. This name must be equal to the name we created in the columns in the database. And we created one of the columns we created in the database was called what? Task like this. Then I now come and I say placeholder this. I say placeholder like this. I do this inside the placeholder. I say enter your DAS tax for the day. Now inside this placeholder now, it depends now. Now you can decide to know how big do you want your input tax to be. So if you want it to be a little bit big, you now do what we call a text area. text area like this. And now once you do the text area like this, you come here and now give it your rows, give it rows, ROWS, let's say rows, you give it rows equal to let's say I say 6px, and columns like this, columns you give it, let's say 50px like this. Then now say required. Let's see now you can now say required. You come here, 50px, you now say required, required, and you close it with the text area. Text, you close the text area. Now you do this, the text area like it has been closed. Then you come here, you press your, you now say your enter key, let's say now say your BR, your break, let's put BR again, your break, then you press your enter key. And here we'll do our button, say input type, and do this. I say, let's say input type, I say submit, then I say name, I do this, say submit, because this is the name we'll be calling, and I say value, I give it a value, I say value, I say, let's say I say enter your tax, enter your tax. Once I do that, now I cover it, close it, and I say BR, Now once I've done this, now the next thing to do, I would have loved to go check it on the browser, but before we check it on the browser, now let's do a little bit of styling. I come here now, I call and I create a folder CSS. Then inside the folder I create a file. I say style style.css. Now for me to do that, now I come to this my ad, and I want to style this I give this, let's give it an ID equal to demo. Come here now, and now I want to style here. Now I go to my style.css and I give it hash. Since we are using an ID, it's going to be a hash demo like this, and the curly braces. Then in here I say height, like this, and I give it a height of say 500 px. I come here, I give it a width, of 300 px. Then I now come, I give it a border radius of let's say 10 px. I come and I say enter, and I give it a box shadow. I like using the box shadow a lot. I give the box shadow of 7 px, 5 px, 5 px. That's a black. Then finally I give it a transition, and I say all, and I say 1 second. Then I come here and I give hash demo again. I do this, I say hover. Then I put my curly braces and I say transform. I give it a scale with a scale 1 to 1. So now I think I'm through with this now. So I come back to my add.php. Let me see the file, the form I've just built, and I come here and I say localhost, localhost what's the file, the path again? Sorry, let's quickly look at the path. My to-dos, localhost, my to-dos, and I say add.php. I do this now. This is what I have created. This is the app that I just created. So now let's continue. Now we've created the app. Now let's see how we can do a final here. Then once we do that, now the next thing we'll do, I always like doing this one, so that, because most of the time I always forget, and I'll say my action from action. Let me put the hash there. I do this, I come inside, I put the hash, and I say method, I do this, and I come inside and I say post. So I know I am through with this. Go to S here, I know I am through with it. So the next thing I do now, I want to come and build my table that I will use. So that I come here now, I come and I say table, and I say what? I say my table. I say my table like this, and inside the table I want to say border equal border. Let me give it border 4. I close my table. Like this. Then I now build my table for me to get everything that I have been doing so far. So here now I give it inside the table, I give a tr like this, and I give it what? Tr again like this. Then inside the tr I do my th, and I do this. I give my th again. I do my th. Then inside my th, I remember I call my id. Then let me just finish everything by doing control paste this and this. Then inside this id, the next one I call is tax, task. Then I call this operation. This operation is actually the heading for what? The update and the delete, and that's the operations. You can call it anything. And that's the operations. Once I am through with this now, here now, after this now, creating the table, I now would come and what do what my PHP here, another PHP, and I say this PHP, and I come here and I inside now my PHP here, now I begin to write my query. I say dollar, which is I want to create a variable query, dollar query. I do this. Inside I now say select star, which is all, from what did I call my table name again? I come here to check that. Here is it, my table name. My table name is to-dos. So my table name is to-dos. Select from, remember the backtick, to-dos. Select from to-dos. Come, I put this. Select star from to-dos, and I put my result, RESULT. What do I want to select? I say my SQLI underscore query. I do this, and I say $com. We should know by now where this $com is coming from our connection, and now say $query. query, I put my semicolon here, I do this, and I say my if statement, if this, if $result, if $result like this, then my curly braces, then this is what I want to do. If there is a connection, this is what I want to do, our while statement. If there is a connection now, this is what I want to do. I want to use our while statement. So I come here, I say my while statement. Now before I do the while statement, I now say, because I want there to be like a serial, even if I delete, I want it to always come out serially. I say $SN equal 0. I do this like this, and I say while $row equals my SQLI using the fetch, FETCH, fetch underscore ASSOC, and I want to do this $result like this, and I come here, I do my curly braces. Now I say $SN, this is just, this SN is just to make sure we do it, it appears serial even when we delete, like this. And then I say 1, then I now say $ID, like this, equal to $row, like this, and I give my square bracket, and I say ID, semicolon, I give it $task. All these $task, they are variable name, and you can give it whatsoever you want, but I'm just doing this so that we'll be able to I'll be able to understand my code. Row, I do this, and I say tax, I say my tax like this, I do this. Once I do this now, then I have to come and echo. I say echo, I have to echo all these things out. I do this, echo the TR, and I now come and now say /TR, like open and close the TR like this, the TR, then inside the TR I do this, inside the TR I do this, I do TH again, TH, then inside the TH I come here, inside here, and I say scope. The scope is equal to then I come outside, I do bring it my $SN, and I say $SN like this, then I close with my TH, I close with my TH like this, I close with my TH like this, then I come and I do my TD, inside here I do this, I come and I do this, I come and I say $tax like this, then my TD again, and this TD I want to create a column for the delete and the update, and I now say TD like this, I close and I say TD again like this, and inside here I create a column, a button for both my delete and update, and I now say button. I close the button, TTON, I close the button. Then inside now I now begin to put my href. I do like this. I say href. I do my href and this. Then inside I do my delete dot php with my question mark, and I say delete id like this. Say equal to this. I come here, put my id $id inside, then once I've put the $id, now I now create, and also delete. Then this is for the delete button, just to make it a little bit quick. I now do this, Control C, then I do my Control V, and Control V, and I say Control V. Then my delete, I change it to update. I just change it into update, and update ID, and this one here I change it into update, update. Then I think here now we're good to go. I save. It's giving me an error message. Okay, guys, I know. Yeah, now I do not close this with a semicolon, and I say save. Now I guess everything is okay. Let me go and check what we have done. Now this is it here. Now let us see whether the app is working. I say good morning. Okay, add. It has gone, but it is not reflecting yet. Let's continue by. I think there's one or two things I need to do. I now say good morning, and it is not reflecting yet. Post. Why is it not? I said the post. Method post action. I come here now. This action, I think, and also action should be add .php. That is where the action should be taken from. Let me say save again, and I want to make sure it does something. Say the good good morning, and I do this. Let me check here whether it is adding here. Okay, it has not started dropping inside our database. What is the issue? What is not? Okay, sorry. I think I should be scolded. I have not written the connection for the PHP. No, I've not written the connection for the PHP. So I now come and I say if is set SS 18, if is set like this, I now say $_ post, which is one of and I say submit. If you submit, then I come here, my curly braces. Inside my curly braces, I now say $. Let's say $TK for the tax, and I'll say $_UST post. I do this $_post, and I call my tax task, semicolon. I do my query. I say $query, dollar query, and now say insert. Now I want to do the insert, and now go inside and now say in out insert into what is the name of the table again. Insert into here it is here, to do's. Insert into, don't forget your backtick, to do's. Insert into to do's, insert into to do's, and I do this here, backtick again, tax, DASK tax, and I come and I give it values. Do this values, I put this, and I say dollar TK. This is this TK that we have here. Now I come, once I do that, I just come here and I say okay. Then I put my result, dollar result equal to equals to my SQLI underscore query. I do this and I say here, and also remember our dollar com. You should know where that one is coming on from, coming from by now, and I say dollar query. I do this dollar query, I put here, and I come my if statement, if dollar result, and I do this, if dollar result, I do this, I say echo here, I say echo posted. I say else echo could not post, I do this, could not post. Yeah, I think everything is okay now. Say save. Now let's come here to see whether we can send and get, and that's a good morning again. Good morning, let me post. Now it is working. Good morning. Now I can post, and I can now mean for me to what, configure the delete and the update. So now I come here. What the next thing I have to do now is I have to now create another file for the this is the for the first of all, let me write the delete, and I'll come here here now. I create another file and I'll say delete.php. The delete now, I create a working PHP working environment. I'll do this. I say PHP. So then the first thing you do here now is to include your PHP, your connection. Include say connection dot php, then semicolon outside, then inside your connection, and now say if is set dollar underscore get dollar underscore get. This is another global variable in PHP. I've seen, then you do this. If you set dollar underscore get, now do this our delete ID. Then my color braces or thing, all I want to do from inside, I say dollar ID equals dollar underscore get, like this, and I do this, and I put my delete ID inside, and I give it a semicolon. I do my query, dollar query. I do and I write my delete statement using the delete keyword. Delete from I think what's the name of my sorry, I'm always forgetting. Name of delete from to do's. Delete from my backtick to do's. Come here. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be inside. To do's. Where ID equals $ID. Then here I come here, I save the result, and now say equal to my SQLI underscore query. I do this and I say $con and query like this. Then I come with my if statement. If is very important in PHP and most programming language. If result, curly braces, now say header, open and close, I say location, where do I want it to I want it to remain on with the at the add dot php. I don't want it to go away from there. Then I come here and I say else curly braces say exit. I just do this. Now I guess we are through with this. Now if I say save, I come here, then we come and add another one, and let's say afternoon lunch on NC page. Let's say I add it. Now it's 2. Now I want to delete. I come, the delete is now working too. Now finally let's go and do the update. So I come here and I create another file called update.php. Then now I write my update. Now this is come here. Now I come, first of all I do my PHP, create my environment for PHP, and I come and I second include, I say include connection.php. Then I now come and I do my $ID. $ID equals $_get. $_get. Sorry, this is going to be the global variable, and I do this. I say update_ID. Update ID. Then after the update ID, I do my if set. I do my if set. If is set this, I do this, and I say if is set $_post. I do this, and I come inside the $_post. I say submit like this, and I do my curly braces and I say dollar task. You can call it dollar TK, dollar task. You know, I always told you that this is what a variable name. Say dollar underscore post like this. And I do this and I say tax, and I come. I say dollar query is equals to. I go inside and I'll say update. Now I use my update SQL statement. Update by to update the to-dos table. I say set ID equals dollar ID like this. I give and I say tax equals dollar tax like this. I say where ID equals dollar ID, where ID equals dollar ID. And I come here, I put a question mark, then my result, my called result. This result is a variable name. You can put dollar data, anything you want to put there. My SQLi underscore query, underscore query. Remember our dollar $com and dollar query, and then now our if statement, if dollar result. I want us to do this. I say header location. I want us to also remain at the add.php. that is where I want us to remain. Then I will say else exit, else exit, and do this. Now, like I told you, this we are updating, but we also need to pick our update from somewhere. So now we have to have to come here now and do where do we want to pick our update from? I come here and I now say sell dollar query equals select star, which is all from to-dos. I'll backtick from to-dos. Select star from to-dos where ID equals dollar ID like this, semicolon. I say now dollar result. Our dollar result equals my SQLi underscore query equals dollar and the dollar query I put my semicolon there. Then I now come our dollar row equals to fetch my SQLi. This I think I'll fetch. I do that dollar we are fetching our result. I do this, then I now say dollar task equals $row row then my square bracket inside, and now say task. Then I go and I give it a semicolon. So now we also now we are also going to be using our templates to our forms where we normally use in post. We have to create a form here because we will be updating from a form. So like I normally do, I go to my, if it's an index.php or add, I go and just copy what my forms from here, from my the one I created, just the form alone. We're just creating the form. We're not, you do this and now say form, you say copy, you just say copy. You're copying just the form, you're not copying the table. You just come and go to the update here and use V, Control V like this, and I guess we are true, and I say Control S. Then I come here, let's say now, then I now say let's say update, let's say I say update to dos. I come like this and I say save, and I come here, I refresh. Then now let's say I want to do an update, I come like this, update to dos, and I now say, let's say I now say thank you, like this, and I say end tax, and I say that has what been updated to thank you. Let's say, and I say here I say hello, and I do this. That's what said hello, good morning, hello, I'm coming. I am still it's adding, and it's not let me see why it is adding. It's not actually doing what I asked it to do. So I say let me go to the action here. I do before my action. Now I now say this for my action. I'm sorry, my action, I say $update equals coming PHP equals PHP echo $ID. I think this should do it. Update ID from my action. I think that was the issue is coming from. Update ID equals PHP echo ID method post Control S. Now I think it should work now. Now let me save. Now I want to update this. I want to delete this one. This one has been. I want to update this one, and I say URL AU and C to launch break. REAK launch break, and I say update. Fine, it's now working. Launch break. I come here. I just say hello world, and I come here. I do this. Yeah, now it's working. Hello world. Now this is a to-do app, but now I still do not like the design. I want to see. We should be able to do something with the design. Let's see what we can do with the design. We should be able to do something with the design. Let me come here. We should be able to do something with the design. Let me go to the style.css and let's put a background color. BACK background color. I like choosing white, or BHITE white. Let's see how that one, how it will look like. If I put a background color of white, it's not reflecting. Now I'm coming. Let's see how we can just handle the styling. Let's see how we can handle the styling. Height, radius, border, width. I'm coming. Border radius 10px. Yeah. Background color. Height. I'm coming. Why is it not showing effect? .px hash demo. I'm coming now. I'm working I don't know why the style is not reflecting. Let's put here the add demo, id demo. The style is saying id demo. Background color. I'm coming. Let me do some inline styling. I come here. I say sty style, and I give it a city back, roun the background, our color, and I say let's say blue, blue, and I say save. Let's see whether it works. Okay, the blue color is coming out. So now let's say I say white, white. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, very sorry. I did the styling and I did not call my styling my link. I'm very sorry. Nk link. I did my link rel. I did not call my link. I'm very sorry. I didn't call my link. Well, I did this and I say style sheet. style sheet. And I come here. I see href. I'm sorry for the oversight. Dash this. I see css dash style.css. I do this and I say type say text /css, and I do this. Now it is supposed to work. Now. Beautiful. Now this one is too large, so I come and I reduce it. The text area, let's say the text area, let me reduce it to 10. I'm coming. Let's see how it is. The text area. Okay, let's put it to 25. Let's see how 25 looks like. Beautiful. So now this is a simple to do app. I can come here now and I put let's say 8 a.m. I say 8 a.m. Monday, the general meeting, and I come and I say add tags, Monday general meeting. Now let's give it a little bit of width. here so that we'll be able to, now that I will do from the styling here, the width, let's put it at 500 too, 500, and save, and come here, come here, and I do this, I say yes, better. I think this one should be better now, 500 now. So this is just a little bit, just a to-do app. The styling is not great, but we should be able to just work with it. It's just a tutorial. I come to my ad here. Let me make it a little bit, let me make this one 35, and let's make it more here now. So now we can come here, we can delete this one and delete this one, and let's say we update this one, let's say THANK, thank you for listening, thank you for LISTENIING for listening, and I come here, thank you for listening. So this is just a simple to-do app that you can build with your PHP from the CRUD, from the knowledge of your CRUD operation. So I want to say thank you very much for listening to my video. If you have not subscribed, I want you to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and press the notification button so that anytime we'll have a video, you'll be able to receive it immediately it is updated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I